Hi runners, I'm Brenda Gonzalez.
And I'm Sandy Ornelas. Thank you for joining us.
The Kern County Day of Remembrance event was hosted by KUZZ and KGET to raise funds for the families affected by the Route 91 Harvest Festival.
The Bakersfield community showed their support as residents contributed by purchasing lunch where the proceeds benefit the victims affected by the Las Vegas shooting. The lunch included a deep pit sandwich, chips, cookies, and drinks, all for $7. Volunteer Ruby Chavez tells us why she volunteered for the event and how she feels about the travesty.
It was just such a tragic thing that happened, and since it's here in town, you feel it like a little more. And my fiance works for the county, so I know if something happened to him, I would want help. I'd want people to do this for him.
Vice President and General Manager of KGET TV and Telemundo, Derek Jeffrey, explains that everything at the event was donated. He also discussed who is involved with the proceeds and funds and where they will be distributed.
The event reached out. Everything is 100% donated. Not one thing here was bought. It was all donated by all the local dignitaries that I spoke about earlier. A lot of other places like Floyd's came out. All the grapes, all the pistachios, all the radio, all the television promotion has gone in. This has absolutely been donated, so not a dollar towards it. And all the funds are going to proceed. All the proceeds and funds are going to go towards the 4 victims' fatalities from the Las Vegas shooting, and then also all victims affected of Kern County that were there at the Las Vegas shootings.
President of Adventist Health, Kevin Burton, talks about the seriousness of post-traumatic stress disorder, known as PTSD, and advises the community to seek help if they experience any trauma.
I think if anybody has been affected by a tragedy like this, get help. See a therapist. PTSD is real. It doesn't matter if you're a law enforcement, you're a firefighter, you're a paramedic, you're in the military. PTSD affects everybody at some point, and it's a certain trigger. And if you're having those feelings and you sleepless nights, seek that help. It'll help you.
Kern County Day of Remembrance was a great way to show support to those affected by the Route 91 Harvest Festival.
Unreal. I mean, it puts you in perspective of what Kern County is all about. And I've never seen so many people come to a barbecue. We had 4,000 buns. We're out of 4,000 buns. I put on 6 big barbecues here for our hospital, for our burn center, and we've always done around 22 to 2,600. And we're still going, and the lines have not stopped. And it's just been, it just tells you what Kern County is all about. And we love this is a family. You can't get this anywhere else. You can't.
Local radio stations in Kern County have also worked to help raise funds for the victims of the Las Vegas tragedy. Julie Monter-I has more on this story.
Radio stations from Bakersfield have joined forces at the Fox Theater and are working together to help raise funds for the families affected by the Route 91 Harvest Festival. Angelina Montoya is a volunteer for her church that's donating all of the funds to the families affected by the Route 91 shooting.
Yeah, I'm volunteering with my church. We're holding the bucket. We've been holding the buckets for hours to collect donations for it.
Fred Gutierrez, a Bakersfield Together attendee, says he wanted to show his support to the families affected by the shooting.
None of my family members was a part of it, but I felt like it was still personal to us. So I just want to come out here and show my support and show the love that Bakersfield and Kern County has.
Misty Barrett, a volunteer coordinator for the Bakersfield Together event, explained that the event honored all victims and survivors of the Route 91 Harvest Festival in Las Vegas. Misty explains how she and her group of friends and family came up with the idea of the orange ribbon.
I had followed Route 91 and they posted a picture of the orange ribbon around the Route 91 symbol and then a statement of their deepest sympathies about the event. And so I thought, man, I wish I could do something with that symbol. And so I called some friends and family members and we talked about the idea and we got together and we thought about the orange ribbon and there were about 7 of us. We sat down and we started making them.
You can find Misty's orange ribbons on the Etsy website and Facebook. Barrett says local businesses are also engaging in this cause by distributing them as well.
On October 1st, a gunman fired shots at the Route 91 Harvest Festival, injuring hundreds of people, including locals from Kern County.
The gunman fired shots from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel to the festival below, killing at least 59 people. Several of them were residents of Kern County. 21-year-old Hugo Hernandez, mathematics major, shares his reaction to the Las Vegas incident.
I was shocked. Like when I first heard it, I didn't think it was true. I just thought it was just like a rumor going around about the Vegas shooting. But when I actually started seeing more stuff about it on social media, like Facebook and whatnot, and when I actually heard like one of my friends was there, she was like keeping us updated with like the events that was going on, saying that she was okay and whatnot. But when I saw videos and like actual heard like screaming and shooting, and it was shocking.
24-year-old Brittany Garcia, a biology major with a minor in chemistry, believes CSUB should establish new procedures to help students and staff prepare in case of an emergency on campus.
I think we should have like emergency evacuation drills sometime, like the teachers are like, hey, let's go do something like this. I think like videos to be more aware, because if something like this happens, we're just going to run away and people are going to get trampled. So I think when stuff happens, they should really notify the campus about it.
22-year-old Justin McKinley, communications major and the vice president of finance for ASI, shares his thoughts on the Vegas tragedy.
I think that's a really horrific situation. It was really sad when I heard about one of our CSUB alumni was actually killed at the shooting. So when I think about it, I just think about how wild of a situation it was and how sick some people have to be to go there and commit such a massacre. But hopefully people in Las Vegas can come together.
Victim of the Route 91 Harvest Festival, Jose Meza, tells us what he witnessed at the event.
When like the first initial shots fired, you couldn't really hear them just because the music was so loud. I mean, they had the bass and the whole audio was just loud, so we could kind of just looking around. Like most people thought it was fireworks until the performer turned off the music. Then you could hear like that they were gunshots. So this guy didn't stop shooting, so what we decided to do was I decided to pick up and run to the nearest exit away from the strip because I heard the bullets coming from the strip. So I went to the nearest exit away from the strip, and there was a lot of people already heading out towards that way. So a lot of people were crushing the fences because there were the stand-up fences, that just like those that you put up with the bars, crushing cars. There was a lot of people who went that way with me because there was parking over there. So a lot of people were getting into as many cars as possible and trying to drive away in the back of trucks. We started running over to the airport runways where we were stopped by the security because they had to shut down all the runways. But we made it out of there on time.
This past October 15th, the music, theater, and art departments teamed up to host the Taste of the Arts event. This event was made possible thanks to a generous donation from the Zaninovich family. Jonathan Wells has more on the story.
Hello runners, and welcome to the 2017 Taste of the Arts event held at CSU Bakersfield. This evening highlighted the works of CSUB art, music, and theater students showcasing their works to the Bakersfield community.
I put the CSUB colors because I feel like where I'm from, it's like a really big part of my life, and right now Cal State is a big part of my life, so I mesh these two worlds together. And then GPA 9307 is just, just a shout out to my zip code. I'm from East Bakersfield. I'm proud to be from there, yeah.
CSUB student artist describes the inspiration behind his paintings.
I have looked up to Frida Kahlo, Jose Orozco Clemente, and Vincent Valdez as my inspirations from our artwork. I like how they tell a story within their pieces, and that's something that I try to do, portray a story, tell my experience growing up over in East Bakersfield.
This year's Taste of the Arts began with the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Arts and Humanities building and ends with a message for the Bakersfield community.
Come next year. We'll be doing it next year, and come and see our productions, the gallery, our concerts. We've got a lot of things going on this semester.
The 2017 Taste of the Arts event was a success, and we look forward to its return next year.
Many have been affected by the Northern California wildfires. Some of those affected are students from our sister institution, Sonoma State. An online fund has been created where you can donate and help our Sonoma State colleagues. The link can be found in the description box below. You can also donate non-perishable food, toiletries, and other items at the CSUB bookstore.
For our latest CSUB parking news, several students who parked at the day lot located on Kroll Way received a warning citation. Runner News Network contacted the UPD, and we were directed to Michael Lukens. A no parking sign was then placed, and UPD's Chief Marty Williams sent out an email informing the campus community that parking lot A is now available for parking. For Runner News Network, this is Sandy Ornelas.
And I'm Brenda Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us.